Hello and welcome everyone. We are playing World of Warships Legends, of course we are. Today we are in Emile Bertin. This is the Tier 4 French cruiser. These are tough to play with because pretty sure I've been just wiped off the board, full health to zero health, more in these ships than any other. So we've learned our lesson enough times to try and avoid that, and just don't be broadside to pretty much anyone, cruisers or battleships. But yeah, you get some decent range on torpedoes. I tend to use them as luck shots, but occasionally you get a good opportunity. But for now, we are sort of just scouting out Zone A. I do not want to be the guy that goes right into it. And we see another Bertin out in the distance here. He's not shooting at us. We get a good Citadel hit on him. Oh yeah. 6,000 damage from one salvo on a Tier 4 cruiser. That's not so bad. And we're getting behind this island that I want to try and use as cover here. I originally kind of planned to just keep going, but their cruisers looked like they were going to keep going as well. I didn't really want to try and fight them head to head, and my intention was to gain some crossfires. So that's why I'm in this awkward situation of trying to back up. I should have just ran into the island at this point. It doesn't hurt me to just slam into the island and use it as a turnaround. My turns go so much faster this way, right? So Omaha approaching the zone, everybody's picking on him. We will see if we can't jack the kill here with our AP shells that we're firing right now. And what looked like was going to be gold turned out to be so bad. Somebody else gets the kill. T-22, we can maybe get some defense on him. Nope, we are contesting the zone. We've got another cruiser in the zone. But we get some hits, do our part. I think the reason I'm playing this ship right now is there was a mission the past week or so for playing French cruisers, right? Give you some supplies and stuff like that for doing it. So that's why we were having fun destroying that rock in this game right now. Hopefully this shot. So these guys are like, this is like gold, right? Like they're broadside. Like this should work. This should go well for us, right? So I don't know if I was just like, if I hit the island here or what, but I guess only one of those shells made contact. You do have that where, you know, if you fire through some scenery, occasionally those bullets are not really flying, they're not really there, void, whatever you want to call them. So it looks like you've actually fired through and you haven't, but yeah. So we are struggling to hit this other Emile Bertin. Again, I'm probably not quite pronouncing that name wrong. Some of those Japanese guys that really struggle with their ships. But he is using his dead ally as cover at the moment. I can't tell if he's backing up just because of smoke and shell splashes. It's hard to tell where he's going. So yeah, it does look like he's backing up. So our shots will be a little bit more appropriate now. And we switched to HE shells just because we don't have a good angle on them. So typically you want to have a good broadside shot, shoot them in the side of the hull with AP, and that's how you do the most damage. General, it's nice to switch to HE when you don't have that kind of shot. So he turned, we get a good Citadel hit on him. I'm kind of just paying attention to what else is going on with the map, and we saw this destroyer starting to come around here, trying to sneak up on us, and our allied cruiser finished off the other Emile Bertin. So eyeing up this Aoba just because it's a good shot here. Can we get a kill? I don't know if we can kill more rocks though. Then we're going to keep an eye on this T-22, who might not suspect that we have torpedoes for him. But I know he's got torpedoes, so we've got our sonar going. That's what's keeping him spotted at the moment. But so I'm going full forward, assuming when he dumps the torpedoes, I am going to hit full reverse and hope that those go by us, just like this. So yeah, if you didn't have sonar going, you would just assume that once he comes around that corner, he's sending you torpedoes your direction, right? But we had sonar going, so we were able to actually see him too, and that was helpful. So HE shells at the battleship, just because I don't have a lot of faith in my AP shells to do much damage to him. And we will start swinging back around and see if we can't get the zone capture here. So this game is going pretty well for us, but I like to err on the side of caution when it comes to capturing zones, right? You know, some folks will say you need the zone, especially for long games. You need to get those zone caps. Well, if you go and get the zone cap and die, then that's less useful, right? So I like to do zone captures organically, right? So we overtook this side when it came to killing off their ships. Now it's a much safer situation to move into this zone. So that's what we're doing. So we still got some time left in this game. We will move into the zone with the capture while we do damage against this battleship that can't see us. So much multitasking, guys. Just keeping an eye on torps. Sometimes it also is just helpful just to see, you know, just having torpedoes on your ship is like just a good indicator of like the direction the enemy ship is going, right? So like even if you're not planning to shoot them, sometimes torpedoes are great just to have. So that was not us doing that much damage to that battleship. The other battleship on our team got just an awesome hit on him. So we will hang out in this zone. We'll slow down if we have to. We might not have to. We got somebody else helping us capture. That destroyer needs to get in here, help us cap the zone so we can do it quicker. And we will head towards this British cruiser that's in our zone C cap here. He's got smoke screen. He's using that to his advantage. He's also got plenty of torpedoes to send at us, but I think they're typically like 6-kilometer torpedoes, so those probably aren't going to make it, but we do need to be careful as we approach. He will probably send us some more. Keeping an eye on that cruiser on their team that's up off to the left. So he can't see us. We've got some island cover too, so we might as well take some cheap shots. Here's the torpedoes from British probably. But he's the guy I want right now because he was broadside. So I'm like hoping that, yeah, buddy, I'm going there. That's where I'm going. I'm going for the sea cap. I mean, this game is in the bag at this point, right? But you know, I've seen bad things happen, but I think we got the win here. But we'll see if we get the kill on this. I keep blanking on the name. I know it's a British cruiser, but I forgot what I saw. Right. So I'm gonna send my torpedoes in there. My guess would be he's backing up out of safety. But we'll see. So we got sonar going. So even if his smoke screen still is going, our sonar is eventually gonna pick him up, right? And we do get a decent broadside look at him. We get a Citadel hit. I'm assuming he's gonna turn in towards us. So I fired a little short there. This is the moment where I say don't use damage con, don't use damage con, don't use damage con for the turret. I know he's got torpedoes. If we get hit by one, we're going to want to get rid of that flood, right? 2 Citadel hits. I'm not sure what he's doing. He looks like he's probably waiting for torpedoes to reload. Like, you could be firing your guns at me, dude. But he pays for that. Pays for being broadside there. Yeah, if I was him, I would have backed out of the zone. Once I got the capture, and maybe tried to do some running away and torpedoing as we retreat, you know, seeing as how much he's outnumbered, right? Alright, hopefully this Emerald, or this Emile Bertin doesn't see us broadside to him, but we will take broadside shots at him. We're switching back to AP, because he's still angled well. Looks like he's starting to move forward, so I adjusted a little bit. Can we get something on him? No. Overpens. He's the only guy left for everybody to shoot at, though, so it won't be surprised at all if we don't get this kill either. But we'll get a zone capture. That's always good for XP and credits and whatnot. Game progression, yay. So we'll go over, once this game finishes, I'll go over how I have the commanders. setup for this, because again, like I said, the French battleships I really struggle, or the French cruisers, sorry, I really struggle with. I feel like cruisers are the more challenging class to play as, right, just in general, but man, I've gotten wiped out so many times in these French cruisers, so please feel free to leave your criticisms in the comments section on how to better set up my commander, right? I am all for some good advice. Fired short here because I'm an idiot. That was just that was not RNG, that was my lack of leading the target correctly, right? Not worried about going into the zone, trying to get the zone cap. I know he's going to die before we have enough time to capture that zone, so it didn't even bother heading in that direction. We progressed through the campaign. I think this campaign was one I'm not really too interested in anyway, so I'm not working too hard on that. But we get the top of the leaderboard in this game, 2400 XP. That's not so bad for a tier 4 French cruiser, right? Made some money. Yay! So yeah, I'm using Andre Rowe, and for the most part, shell battery and then defensive, because like I went defensive with this because yeah, I get deleted a lot, like, so like more hit points and more speed help me out here, right? I need to upgrade that commander though. Yeah, HE shells. You could do AP penetration multiplier. That might be the better choice there. I just don't know. And then yeah, sponge incoming damage, and then more sonar. Why not, right? And then I am almost, man, like it's rare, but most of the time I'm using fully packed for my cruisers, right? So occasionally, if you've got, yeah, we've got a little bit to be able to upgrade this commander. Let's take it. And I like to look at, you know, I always kind of recommend, so I'm checking out the overview here, like what's the, what are the supposedly the strong suits of the ship, and like to me it's just like not really anything. I don't care that much about torpedoes. You only get that one launcher on each side, and they can only do so much. But yeah, so typically what I'll do is I'll outrig the commander to kind of accent, you know, kind of buff those perks in the overview section. Is kind of a decent rule of thumb. But thanks for watching, everybody. More World of Warships Legends videos are on the way, so make sure to subscribe. All right, later.